It's week 2 of the National Football League. Up next, we'll get a look at Patrick Mahomes. There were no problems for him last week, going over 350 passing yards. It's the Chiefs and the Raiders, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new
Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5. After 24 yards.
Off the play fake. Connor. It's Myers again with another catch. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun. Connor. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
One thing you do know they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 20 carries, 69 yards.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 33. Looking to throw. Connor over the middle, complete. That's Myers. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Connor. And this will be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Running left, it's Warren. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw on 3rd down, Connor. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And, oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Daniel Carlson set for the Raider field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Carlson is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, That would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup, threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
They go play fake. Mahomes. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now here's Mahomes. And incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Mahomes firing complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Rice. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line. To throw, it's Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelce. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because...
And that is caught! Touchdown, Kansas City! Rashee Rice, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Throwing on 1st down. Connor, slant to Adams. And he'll be wrangled to the ground right there at the 32-yard line. Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. In motion left goes Myers. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Connor. And that went to the right side and incomplete. You talk about this Chiefs defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
They'll take that play right there, each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh, yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he goes out right around the 39. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Operating from the gun. Connor. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39. A good pickup there of 22.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. A handoff for Warren to the 36-yard line. Stop there. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. Don't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the... And now off to the races, down the right side. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. They give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Stevenson now is going to bring this out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. On the give, it's Warren. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Off play action. Connor. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Connor, the open man here, Renfro. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Now a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Connor. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Back to throw again. Complete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The kick by Carlson is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him, and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. The Chiefs on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Wide open receiver, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure.
He's got him in, complete. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. Stevenson now, he's going to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now it's the backup Smith. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing now is Geno. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try to buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Fielded at the 20. And now here comes Kansas City. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Mahomes now on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That ball was tipped in the air, and while it ultimately fell incomplete, it caused a few anxious moments for the guy slinging it, who's had quite a day. He knows how to get it into the end zone. He's throwing it really, really well, and maybe Lady Luck is on his side because he avoided his first interception of the contest.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 41-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
But the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Smith. And his first throw here is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Geno. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
A 57-yard attempt.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there, and that will close the gap down to 14. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only give up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive with a little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved that they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now taking downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. On first down, Mahomes. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Mahomes now to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Here's Mahomes to throw. That is caught. And they're going to have a first down and also run into field goal range all the way down to the 15 here. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. To the sideline and incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Now Mahomes, and he slings one that's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Mahomes to throw once more. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So on 4th down, Andy Reid decides to send in the field goal unit. This from 32 yards away. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. 30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Smith. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Smith now on second down. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This is taken around the 12.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've come upon halftime here. Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Well, they need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll try for the first with Pacheco, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Tyree Wilson using that athletic ability to make the play. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Looking middle, and that's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. To throw, it's Mahomes. In trouble, and he's taken down. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A gain of 13 yards.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Now a 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. A quick throw, but incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milk.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Here's the Chiefs punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Taken right around the 44. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
What are you doing?
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now 2nd and 3.
At the 21-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. First down, Raiders.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Kenneth Murray on the coverage.
On the run, it's Warren. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Geno now to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
A 44-yard attempt.
Carlson able to put this one through, and that will close the gap down to 14. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
KC's offense ready to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here's 3rd and 9.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. They'll run it. Warren. He stiff arms him. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 56 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now Smith caught outright by Renfro. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. 2nd down and 6 now.
2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line.
From the 50, it's Smith. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now back to throw. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to take another shot here. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Stevenson now, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Throwing is Smith. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Myers. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. And this offense on third down today, not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Geno. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
He'll let this go for Adams.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And the officials here are going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Throwing on first down is Mahomes.
Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
That's good for our Kansas City Chiefs.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. From 8 yards out.
And the Chiefs have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. So, Charles, the bad taste from that opening week loss, that's just a memory now. This has been a very strong performance as they score once again.
Yeah, I know it's only week 2, but you're exactly right, because this team felt like they let one get away in the opener. And not only were they determined to not let the same thing happen here, they knew that they had to correct a bunch of things. So everything that went wrong in game 1, they took care of business with it in game 2.
This fielded right at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Raiders offense coming back out onto the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Now Smith. Over the middle, complete. That's Warren. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. 3rd and 3. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC.
Smith on 3rd down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Geno.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go on 4th. Smith trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. And he's able to take this one back to to the 36-yard line.
Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
53 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 29, here's 2nd and 3.
They go play fake. Mahomes. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
They'll run here with Pacheco.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
You get down near the goal line, you need to start enlisting the help of all 11 guys on the defense. And that's a nice job there by the cornerback, squaring his shoulders and coming in to make the tackle.
Well, a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Mahomes now to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And that's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. Second down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Again, it's Pacheco. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
78 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Pacheco will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.